guys? We're live. How are you guys? I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Here's the link. I will share it to the group for you to see. Right. How are you guys? Kita mo yung live, brother? Na? Hmm. How are you guys? Love you too, Marvin Tan. We're live, brother. So we're just here to relax, chill, and of course have a good AMA. We will talk about different kinds of things, especially about Roxom today. So make sure you anticipate it, and of course, guys, I'm very excited. Okay. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this, okay? Because I'm very, very excited about our live. So, guys, let the people come in. I'm very excited about it. So this will be long, but this will be good, right? Let me know your thoughts on the comment section below, guys, about this live. You know, guys, I love doing live streams, no? Especially when it comes to founders and CEOs of projects, guys. Okay, I'll just fix the lights to make it better. There we go. How's that line? Sounds looking good, looking good. Let me know your thoughts, guys. So, very excited about this stream, guys. Looking damn good. Yeah, we're gonna be live soon, guys. So I'm just waiting for the devs, and I'm also waiting for, of course, some of our community members to join further and enjoy these live stream. All right. Remember, everything here will be recorded. As you can see, I will press to start recording once the CEO is here. How are you guys? Doing good? Right now we have over 5,000 live viewers, guys. Super many people joined. Yeah. Hi Marvin Tan, how are you, brother? Looking good as well. Boss Danjo, the best ka talaga. Thank you so much for the compliment. Number one crypto influencer, Boss Danjo. Thank you, thank you. You know, guys, I always do everything for you guys, right? Of course, guys, I love doing AMAs, okay? AMAs are my favorite, right? When people ask me what's your favorite AMA so far, when the CEO or the founder is present, because I could ask what my community wants to ask to the founders, right? So it's very, very amazing, top tier experience for me when it comes to my everyday routine. So let me know your thoughts, guys, about live streams. What do you think about live streams? Do you love it when we do live streams? Comment down below, guys, because me personally, I love it, right? Deeply in my heart, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you have further questions, don't hesitate now. When the CEO and the founder is here, we could ask him anytime, anywhere we like, right? Yeah, thanks for the support. As you can see, we have 2,600 people watching. Wow, Guys, 2,600 people watching. Like the video, guys. Like the video. As you can see, 2.6k watching, guys. We are getting bigger. We are getting bigger. How are you? Looking good? Thank you, Isabella. We are on fire. Guys, once the CEO is here, you could ask questions to our group and I will answer them for you. I will ask the CEO regarding your questions and we will answer everything for you. Alright? So we are prepared. So, Oliver asks, Kumusta, Boss Danjo? I'm good, brother. Okay naman. Ito, super goods. So, a lot of people are sending heart reacts, XP. This is good, guys. Alright. So, this is top tier and amazing. Right.
Hey, Anjo.
How are you, Mr. Borja?
How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure. How's everything going?
Everything is fantastic. My community is excited for this AMA.
Amazing.
So if you're
Amazing.
yeah. So if you're ready, sir, we could start already regarding the AMA.
I'm ready.
All right. So, guys, welcome to Danjo Capital Community. We have here Mr. Borja, okay, from Roxom. Please introduce yourself, Mr. Borja.
Hey, guys. How are you? This is Borja,
Borja.
co-founder and CEO at Roxom and Roxom TV. I've been in Bitcoin for 14 years now, for a very long time. And yeah, let's have some fun together.
All right, so let's start with the first segment of this AMA. There will be question and answer and then outro later. So first things first, sir. Let's start simple. What is Roxom and why did you decide to build the world's first Bitcoin native financial market?
Amazing. So Roxom is Bitcoin's Wall Street. We are building Bitcoin's capital markets, and the easy way to understand it, Danjo, is look. The first great stock market was the Amsterdam Exchange. Then the second great stock market was the London Stock Exchange, and then we had Wall Street. But we believe that Wall Street has reached its top already, and in the financial world, many people think the same. So the big question is, who are the capital markets that are going to outgrow Wall Street? And to answer that question, you should always try to guess what the next big currency of the world is, because, again, the strongest capital markets have grown within the strongest currency. Amsterdam on the guilder, London on the pound, and then Wall Street on the dollar. For us, the answer is simple. For us, the next big currency of the world is Bitcoin, and ergo, the next a great candidate to be one of the greatest capital markets in the future is actually the Bitcoin markets, and this is exactly why we're building Roxom. And other way to put it, Danjo, is the following: for us, Bitcoin is to the dollar what the dollar is to the Argentine peso, and I tell you the very quick example. In Argentina, 30 years ago, people started thinking in dollars because thinking in pesos was not worth it anymore. Because of currency depreciation and so on. So what are we seeing? That it's not worth to track and price investments and portfolios and so on in dollars, because if you may be thinking that you're making money, but actually you will be losing money. Similar to like if you invest in the SP 500 and you think that you're 10% up every year. Well, if you price that in Bitcoin, you're probably down big time in the last couple of years. So we believe that, like in Argentina, you have to price your portfolio, your investments, and so on in hard money. We believe
Mm-hmm.
that Bitcoin is the hardest money out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then well, voila, there you go. There you have Roxom, right? And something important is today there's plenty of traders and people out there who want to accumulate more Bitcoin, and they are trading ETH BTC, Solana BTC, Litecoin BTC, and so on. Well, now you can trade real powerful assets like gold, like the SP 500, and many more instruments soon against Bitcoin to profit in Bitcoin.
That's perfect. We all know Bitcoin has been emerging, and you made a lot of great points regarding Bitcoin. And there are a lot of crypto exchanges out there, okay? So, what makes Roxum different from Binance, Coinbase, or traditional brokers?
Oh, this is a great question. And actually, this is exactly the point. Right now, for example, the pairs that we have, SP 500 BTC and Gold BTC, we are the first ones out there. You won't find this anywhere else in the world. We are the only ones to have this. And the big difference, Dancho, is we're building Bitcoin capital markets. We're building Bitcoin markets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's essentially a place where you can trade the world against Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very, very important because, uh, uh, let's say, like I tell you, when you use Roxom and then suddenly you are either longing or shorting the SP 500 and you are making Bitcoin on the way, or you are collecting funding rates and you're collecting Bitcoin through funding rates and so on, then it is when it clicks and you say like, oh my God, I just made money shorting I just made Bitcoin shorting the SP 500. I just made Bitcoin long in the SP 500 and so on. So the real big difference is that the markets that we have, nobody else has them.
That's correct. So you are really setting up on part of the on being one of the best no, crypto exchanges out there. And why build everything around Bitcoin instead of using other chains like Ethereum or Solana?
Because for us, Bitcoin is the hardest money out there.
Mm.
Again, we just believe this is this is a thing about how you price your portfolio and how you think about the world. And again, in the same way that in Argentina people transitioned from thinking in pesos to thinking and pricing things in dollars, we see that the world will transition into a harder currency, and that harder currency is Bitcoin. And we just think that the future of markets are markets, Bitcoin priced markets, and this is why.
Perfect. So you're letting people trade stocks, ETFs, and even bonds all through Bitcoin, right? So how does that actually work behind the scenes?
Well, so for our futures markets, it's all contracts directly settled in Bitcoin. So behind the scenes, now just you're just buying or selling, and there's somebody on the other side who's also buying and selling those contracts in Bitcoin. So it works as a really normal market. And for spot, which we're launching very very soon, and we're launching plenty like of Bitcoin treasury companies available for trading and so on. What happens in the back end is that we will go and buy the actual stocks as a broker. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be basically exchanging the BTC for dollars and then just buying the stock. That is only for spot though. Everything related futures and soon to come spot margin and so on is all contracts directly settled in Bitcoin.
All right. So security is a big concern in crypto, right? So how do you make sure users' funds are protected on Roxom?
Yeah, this is for probably the most important, right? So first off, it's important to know we at Roxxon, we are like um, a second time founding team, let's say. We've built financial platforms before. Actually, most of us come from building Lemon, one of the largest crypto and Bitcoin apps in Latin America, with over 5 million users. We've raised over 50 million dollars and built a very successful financial business here in Latin America. So first off, now we have a great track record. Anybody can find us and what we did in the past. Second off, like going to something more technical, we just use the best and the industry standards. We have Fireblocks on our backend for all of our MPC. We have a very strict, let's say, tap rule policy to make sure that everything related to deposits, withdrawals, and so on has human checks and so on. So we avoid any kind of, let's say, breaches there. And also something that we have today is that Roxom as a platform is very simple today. So we don't have any of those like DeFi integrations or different like strange things that may be happening on DeFi, which exposes you to risk. Like an example is the Bybit hack. So there is no way we could get the Bybit hack. Well, first off, because we're not there on using like products or things like Gnosis Safe and on-chain signatures and so on. Roxon is today is really, really plain vanilla. It's just Bitcoin sitting there. There's nothing going on in DeFi and signing this or that transactions and so on. So I would say that focusing ourselves on industry standards, again, like Fireblocks MPC, industry standard and strict tap rules and all of these kind of sets, VPNs and sets that you can do internally and externally to like just make the platform safe. But then also our simplicity. Like at the end of the day, there's nothing weird or very sophisticated we're doing. This is a plain vanilla platform. Bitcoin is sitting there and the trading is happening and there's not much more to that.
Right. So, who's Roxom really made for? Hardcore Bitcoiners? Are they traders or everyday investors who just wants to diversify easily?
I would say anyone who wants to have Bitcoin gains, anybody who wants to win in Bitcoin is somebody suitable for Roxom. So you could have all the way from hardcore Bitcoiners, you could have all the way to traders who are trading ETH BTC, Solana BTC, and now maybe they want to trade SP500 BTC, Gold BTC, and just widen the range of pairs you can trade. Hopefully soon we'll be introducing Nasdaq BTC. So maybe instead of trading Solana BTC or ETH BTC, you may be interested in trading the Nasdaq against Bitcoin as well. Anybody who is an arbitrager who wants to collect funding rates. So for example, right now we are our Gold BTC pair is paying you 35 basis points, so 0.35% per funding cycle to short gold against Bitcoin, for example. So anybody who wants to arbitrage the high funding rates of a new market, which is a little bit still inefficient, again, anybody who wants to enjoy volatility to gain Bitcoin. And I'll give you another example. So the other day when we were having this bearish impulse, when everything was going down, Danjo, I was personally, for example, long both the SP500 and gold. And the interesting part is that you end up being basically, as I was long gold and long the SP500, what happened was that because everything was going down, my speculation was that gold and the SP500 would go down less than Bitcoin, and essentially being a good trade in Bitcoin terms. And that is essentially what happened. So Bitcoin went down on Friday, I think it was like 7%, and I was up on my longs like 12, 13% in Bitcoin terms, right? So it helps you hedge volatilities to the downside, to the upside, arbitrage, like really anybody who is interested in any of these kind of maneuvers that you have in markets. But we're always the goal is to have Bitcoin gains. So anybody who likes that, Roxom is for them.
All right. So actually, you made some strong and significant points, And moving forward with my next question, so building something this big must come with challenges for sure, right? So, what's been the toughest part of creating Roxom so far?
I would say two things. First off, the tech, building a high performing, high throughput, and secure exchange is not easy. We actually spent more than a year building the tech infrastructure alone. It's very costly. It takes a lot of work. Yeah, it's just a big endeavor. Um, so that number one, and number two, I would say, get this early set of evangelists, of people who see this vision of trading the world against Bitcoin, not just Ethereum or Solana and so on, and getting to understand that the how important it is to actually think in Bitcoin, price things in Bitcoin, and so on. But crazily enough, it's already picking up a lot. So we are very happy, let's say, and very animated. We're very hyped of what's coming up because people are already reaching their aha moment. Again, the moment in which you do a short on the SP 500 or a long and you end up making Bitcoin gains, then something clicks in. And that is what we are, our hypothesis that at this point, this is the aha moment. And as we see that more people get to this aha moment, we are just getting momentum and growing.
Let's go. That's it. So the momentum is what it is. Before we continue the next, just want to inform the community we have over 9,262 viewers right now, guys. So live viewers, almost 9,000 people watching. So a lot of fans. Thank you for supporting. And we have here Mr. Borja. For those who didn't watch a while ago, he is the CEO and co-founder of Roxom. So guys, moving forward to the next question. Where do you see Bitcoin-based finance heading in the next few years, and how does Roxom fit into that future?
We just believe that Bitcoin markets and Bitcoin finance and so on are clearly the future. Danjo, we see no other path forward. At the end of the day, fiat currencies, they have a very hard and strong systemic problem. We do believe that again, Bitcoin markets are the future, and people will transition into this mindset. I was telling you, like the world will become for us like this big Argentina, where people live in dollars, in euros, and so on, but they actually think in Bitcoin, price portfolios, assets, and so on in Bitcoin. And where is Roxom in this? Roxom is at the center. I mean, like Roxom is like the first. It's like the New York Stock Exchange. We are the first exchange of these Bitcoin capital markets in the US. Then you had the Texas Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the CME, and more exchanges emerged throughout time. But the New York Stock Exchange was the first exchange of the American capital markets. Well, this is how we see Roxom. We are the first. We won't be the last, but we are definitely the first and going to be at the center of the scene of these ever-growing Bitcoin markets.
All right, that will be fantastic. And if Roxom succeeds, okay, so how could it change how people trade or even think about money and investing?
It will change everything because it is changing how the way of how people think. Roxom succeeding means that the world is transitioning from a mindset where everything you denominate and you price in dollars and people are looking for dollar gains and so on, into a world in which people are thinking in Bitcoin, pricing assets in Bitcoin, pricing wealth in Bitcoin, pricing portfolios in Bitcoin. So it will change the way in which people think big time. So we're very excited to see this reality come to this vision come to reality. Sorry.
All right. So my final question, last one, for everyone watching who's curious about Roxom, why should they care right now?
Why? Sorry. Danjo?
Why should they care right now about Roxom? Why is it important?
Because guys, this is what happens. The smart people today are thinking in Bitcoin and are accumulating as much Bitcoin as possible so that in 10 years or less or more, whenever Bitcoin hits $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, and none of this is financial advice, they will be fabulously and incredibly wealthy. So the secret to that is to accumulate as many dollars, as many Bitcoin as possible today. And the only way to accumulate more Bitcoin is by thinking in Bitcoin. You cannot accumulate more Bitcoin by thinking in dollars. You need to understand what's the value of things in Bitcoin terms so that you can actually understand what is a good investment, what is a bad investment, and in Bitcoin terms, and hence accumulate more Bitcoin. So if any of you, for example, is trading the ETH BTC pair, where you're looking at the ETH BTC pair, you're not looking at ETH USD on the one end and then BTC USD on the other end, right? You're looking at the ETH BTC pair and you're trading the ETH BTC pair. So when you are trading ETH BTC, it is because you want to accumulate Bitcoin. So this is the key point. If you want to accumulate more Bitcoin, then you need to think in Bitcoin. You need to price things in Bitcoin in the same way that you're pricing Ethereum in Bitcoin or Solana in Bitcoin. So the whole point here in Roxom, why you should care is because now you can trade all sorts of assets from all across the world priced in Bitcoin. And in the same way that you were able to trade ETH BTC, Sol BTC, and so on, now you can trade the SP 500, the Nasdaq, gold, oil, and many others, other things that are coming. So this is why you should care. If you want to accumulate more Bitcoin today, then Roxom is going to be the best place where you can do that.
Right. So guys, we are all aware right now that Roxom is number one and it's the leading platform right now. And guys, for those of you who didn't yet check it out, the links will be on the description below for you to register and sign up right now and follow them on all socials. So before we end this AMA, do you have any final message, Mr. Bora, for my community?
You're all very welcome. All friends of Danjo will be welcomed in Roxom. I would say, guys, Bitcoin is at historical prices right now. In 10 years, 15 years, you will think about when Bitcoin was 80K, 90K, 100K, 110K, and you will say like, oh my God, how low was that? And today, you can start thinking in Bitcoin terms today, so that you accumulate as much Bitcoin for tomorrow, so that the day of tomorrow you say like, what was I doing in 2025, in 2026? Well, I was accumulating more Bitcoin. I was accumulating Bitcoin. I was already thinking in Bitcoin. And doing that is what helped me to have the wealth that I have today. So final words is, Bitcoin is the king. It's the hardest money has ever been created, and it makes absolutely no sense to think in any other currency or use any other currency as our unit of account other than Bitcoin. Roxom is your best place. You'll be welcomed, and all the feedback you guys have, will be more than happy to improve our product based on it. So feel free to reach out, test the product, reach out, and we live for you. We live for our customers. So we'll be more than happy to tackle any inquiries, doubts, feedback, and so on. So just thank you for taking the time to listen to what we have to say.
Thank you so much for those insightful thoughts, and we will take your advice seriously. Have a nice day, Mr. Bora, and thank you. We welcome you to our community, and we will join right now those who are interested. Links below. Cheers. Have a nice day, Danjo Capital.
Thank you, Danjo.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.